Gerard here with FXLiveDayTrading.com. Today I want to discuss a setup here on the S&P 500. As many of you know, I do trade futures. I do it on a daily basis. I enjoy it so much, and what I love about futures is you can often see the relationship in futures as well as the Forex market. If you look at treasuries, if you look at oil, there is a lot of different correlations that work in sync, and that's what I explain in our trading room on a daily basis. So let's just talk about what's going on here. This is the SPX or S&P 500 daily chart index here that we're looking at, and I just have some very basic things on. Well, first off, let's just start off with some of the things that I do have on this chart. The red lines, they're just going to represent some important key levels that I have placed on my chart just for reference, and if I feel that they are relevant, I keep them there, so that's why they are there. I also have noted some divergence on this chart, and the divergence is clearly pointing that we will have a move lower in the S&P 500. Now again, the first thing that I'm doing here is I'm just talking about the chart. And when I speak about the chart, I'm talking about what's called technical aspects of trading or technical analysis. So in technical analysis, as many of you may know, what we do is we look over some different aspects of trading from a technical standpoint to try and assess which direction the market has a higher chance of moving up or down. So based upon my technical analysis, I am forecasting a down move over the course of the next 2 weeks in the S&P 500 index. So the technical aspect is what I'm going to cover today, and then I will do another a video tomorrow, and I will talk about the fundamental aspect of why I think the S&P is going to move lower. And for all, due respect to traders out there who may differ in opinion, this is my opinion. I'm entitled to it, and I'm making a video about it just to share it, and I hope it helps some of you out there. Now, let's just talk about the fundamental aspects. We are looking at a daily chart. What happened on the daily chart that interests me is the move at the end of the week last week, and we did break this trend line that I had on the chart. When we did break here, I did send a trade alert, and I mentioned my stop on the SP index. I mentioned my target on the SPX 500 index as well. So move lower. A lot of times we're going to get that move back up to go ahead and retrace trend line. So that's what happened in this instance. Obviously, if we move above the trend line, then the trade is negated, and then it is not fundamentally wise to continue with the short, as is, quote, a textbook trade. We did get that move up earlier in the week, which I forgot to mention before, and that was the FOMC. Got faded, but not only did it get faded, it broke the trend line. Again, that's where we are right now. So I'm going to just move lower here to the 4-hour chart, and I'm just going to explain what I'm seeing here in the 4-hour chart. And why don't we just zoom in just a little bit here. 4-hour chart, it's definitely sideways. It looks a little sloppy. One can say, hey, let me just go ahead and trade the up and the down, and not really looking for any particular trend, because really that's exactly what's been happening. We haven't been seeing a strong trend, but this right here, we got our nice cross over here, but now we got the cross going up. So it's a little confusing. It's like if you're trading the 4-hour chart, you're wondering up, down, what have you. Let's jump to the 1-hour chart. Got that crossover, and that was early Monday, and then we just moved nicely, and then today we got slammed down. Selling came in towards the close. Nice divergence here. So not much direction if you look at the lower time frames. A lot of choppiness as traders are deciding what to do here. I mean, let's face it, we are in a financial crisis as it comes to, overall production. I mean, everything has just halted, and one can say, and I'm not going to get too much into the fundamentals, but one can say, what are we really running on? Is there production happening in the economy? What is going on? There's not much going on. Okay, there's some people working at home. Obviously, some companies are doing well. Netflix, Zoom, various different stocks are doing well that aren't, being hit by this monsoon of, business detriment. So where do we go from here? The technicals are saying, hold on while we think, not sure if we go up or down. The daily chart is saying, we're ready for a move down. And then these lower time frames are kind of iffy. If you're day trading and you're a scalper, maybe you can play these little short-term moves. I'm looking more at the bigger picture, and I'm wondering what's going to happen in the next 3, 4, 5 days. Max out maybe 7 days. And I'm trying to gauge what's going to happen here. Now, from a technical standpoint, many consider this a V bottom, as they say. Are we going to continue higher here, or are we going to roll over and continue lower? Now, I'm going to cover the fundamental aspects of that tomorrow, but from a technical standpoint, I believe that we are going to be at 26.76. That is one of my targets to the downside within the next few weeks. And we may just base off tomorrow here, go sideways, and then possibly come down. Now, one can say, hey, what's going on here? Do we have a head and shoulders? Well, really not. This is not a head and shoulders. This is just a trend line breaker retest and maybe a move lower. I wouldn't consider that any kind of a head and shoulders or anything. It's a slanted maybe head and shoulders. But I like to see that head higher, and I don't want to see the shoulder above the head. So this is technically not a textbook head and shoulders by no means. Is it sloppy? Yes. Do I have a bias to the downside? Yes. But as day traders, if we need to go against our bias to take advantage of what's happening, then we do that. So at any rate, my view on the SPX 500 is 26.76, and I am going to be looking for a move down anywhere between 3 and let's say 7 to 10 days. So keep an eye on this. I'll continue to make some more videos to the upside. I haven't really thought about it, but I would like to see a break above 3,000 for me to really change my mind and get excited about the move back up here. But again, I want to focus on one thing at a time. Let's see what happens as far as the possibility to move lower. If you feel that you've gained some knowledge in this YouTube video, please go ahead and click the like button and subscribe, because there's going to be a lot of videos coming, and I look forward to making them. Everybody have a wonderful trading day tomorrow. Take care.